raise the general?
No, go ahead. Oh, hold on. There we go.
Yep, ready.
Brian, how do you guys decide where you put your cars?
Fair enough. So I usually think of lighter wind, moving them forward a little bit more to give me a little bit of brake. I don't know what the brake point is, but basically I look and see how well it goes.
So does forward close the leech or open the leech?
Will close being tighter? It makes it tighter.
So, right, leech open is twisty versus tighter.
So forward gives it more opportunity to twist.
Just the opposite. So if you pull the foot, it opens the leech. If you put it forward, it pulls back down on the leech more.
So you're saying if it's pulling it down
it's closing the leech, versus if you pull it out, you bring it back towards me, it pulls the foot tight and opens the leech.
So is your statement that with lighter wind, pull it back further?
It depends. So the one thing that I know about these boats, you don't do much. It may be a click or two either way, but that click matters, right? So if you go forward, you're pulling down on the leech more, closing it, right? So one of the things you try to think about when you think about, let's think about sail shape in this condition. So what do you think the wind is? What are sort of the wind conditions? It's like 6, maybe 6 knots. So it's light, and it's flat conditions, right? So we don't have disturbed seas. So what sail shape is ideal, regardless of what sail, in flat seas and lighter winds? So one thing, I got a little table that I can get that's just sort of indifferent than both, that talks about when do you want more twist versus less twist, right? On the different sails. When do you want more depth or power versus less power? Because all the controls, right, is what you use to create the sail shape that you're looking for.
Yep, probably stuff this will start with the suspenders and crap out of it. So when you're talking, you say twist.
Yeah.
Show me twist right now.
So twist is, so if you think of the leech, and if it's tight, that top batten is closed. So when I'm the skipper, the thing that I'm always looking at is where that top batten is in relation to the center line of the boat, or of the boom rather. So right now, if say there's a batten, it's twisted open, right? So
You call that open.
that's open because it's like this. Closed is almost parallel with the boom. That just the top batten. So just think about the top batten.
You could get that more closed by more outhaul, for example, playing the fact with the tight
The way that so there's a couple ways to do that. One is the main sheet's the biggest control. So to really puncture that thing in. Now this sail sucks, but you know you're going to want this thing closer. If you had the proper sail, you would probably be closer to here, where that leech and that top batten is now in really light air, maybe 3 to a couple degrees towards windward. But the way this thing is cupped, it's not. You're not gonna.
We're not going to
You're
demonstrate.
not gonna be able to do that.
Okay,
But
yeah, we should have put out the race.
no, that's all right. But ideally, you're gonna want this thing pretty freaking hammered in, because where you get your most point in a boat is your main. Even though you get your sail right,
Yeah,
most
okay.
of the points coming from.
But we're not, in my mind, we're not close hull yet, so I wasn't in that position.
Fair enough.
So let us get out, because right there we're just trying to get through that race course and move people around.
Roger that.
We unfortunately are not as organized as I'd like to have been. I intended to have race sails on and ready to go by 5 o'clock, and then we didn't have the boat.
Yeah, no worries.
And then I screwed up my own time.
But this is, I would call this twisty.
You would call
I call this a twist, you know,
Okay.
an open leash right now.
which is bleeding off speed and not pointing up as high. Which, by the fact we're trying to go downwind, makes perfect sense. But when we turn and actually go upwind, we'll see what that looks like.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, all I was trying to just show is what is a tight, non-twisted sail looks like versus the twisted sail.
Let me get into the right wing configuration
Yep.
and do that, because then I think that can make more sense. Because, for example, I would never sail like this downwind
course.
or upwind.
Right, right.
I would have had it in a different configuration.
Right.
I'd rather start from that configuration, and you might say, hey, Brian, you're overdoing it. Or you might say, that'll work if only you had a bat.
Right, right. And it's going to be harder because the whole leech of this thing is, you know, is super loose and stretched. And one other just little tip, regardless, when the sails blow out like this, you typically want more Cunningham to move. So what happens is, as it gets baggy, the whole draft moves back. And you're going to want, and on a main, you want the draft at like 45% to 50%. So you kind of look at the deepest point of the sail, and what happens when they're baggy, they move back. So you want to put Cunningham, because the Cunningham brings draft forward.
Okay. So when we're going downwind, for example, you'd say have to
Well, I would do it upwind too, because of this, you know, it's this big blown out sail.
because of how bad the sail is.
Right. Yep.
Trying to get downwind a little bit more so we have somebody go upwind without
Yep.
heading straight into the point.
Unless you want to throw up the chute and go.
You guys want to throw with the sheet instead? Let's turn upwind and start by, we're going to start by launching. Does that make sense? We're going to go upwind like coming up towards the mark. Which means we've got to do the general as well. Alright, guys. Back. Backing. Let's just get the sail up and
Before you do anything, your downhaul's caught on your, you're going to have to re-rig that. There you go. You got it. Here's the speed.
don't worry about the speed right now. It's steady.
Yeah, no worries. Puffy.
The more legs we have, the better. Okay, so he's preparing to race. So, heading upwind, shoot in.
When do you guys usually put your pole up?
When I know I've got the mark.
Okay.
I would argue at the